Recently, the Delhi police registered a case related to a controversial Clubhouse audio chat. Both the Delhi police and the Mumbai police went on to interrogate and arrest some youngsters who were involved in this controversial chat. The allegations against the youth were that they had indulged in a Clubhouse audio chat in which objectionable, abusive, and derogatory comments were made against women, especially Muslim women. The conversation soon went viral on social media, and it showed the extent to which these youngsters stooped to make obscene comments against women. Clubhouse is an audio-based social media platform developed in the US where participants can communicate with each other by creating specific groups related to particular topics. One of the arrested individuals, Rahul Kapoor from Lucknow, stated to the police that he had registered himself under the user ID Bismillah in the Clubhouse platform, and he created an audio chat room and indulged in conversations with many others. Rahul said to the police that he had created the chat room in Clubhouse on the instructions of a person who called himself as Salos, and then he handed over the chat room's moderator rights to Salos. Soon conversations started on the group where these youngsters, most of them between the ages of 17 and 22, started talking about Muslim women in a derogatory manner. Many of the participants indulged in hate speech against Muslims in the chat room, and then they also went on to speak about the private parts of women. The person who called himself Salos and chatted obscenely on the platform was just 17 years old. The Clubhouse privacy policy states that the app is not intended for use by children under 18 years of age. The question is, how is it that Clubhouse is still able to facilitate creation of such hate-filled clubs and chat rooms that are being cheerled by children? What measures is Clubhouse taking to curb such activities? Now take a look at these terms of service of Clubhouse. As per their user conduct conditions, Clubhouse absolves itself from any responsibility for the conduct of its users. It states on its platform, you are solely responsible for all audio, code, video, images, information, data, text, software, music, sound, photographs, graphics, messages, or other materials you upload, post, publish, or display. Though their terms of services mentions that you agree to not use a service to engage in any conversation or otherwise upload any content that is unlawful, harmful, threatening, abusive, harassing, tortuous, excessively violent, defamatory, vulgar, obscene, pornographic, libelous, invasive of another's privacy, hateful, racially, ethnically, or otherwise objectionable, we still don't know what checks and measures the platform is taking to curb such content. Since its inception, Clubhouse has been drawing a lot of flack for its poor moderation practices, its growing number of adult rooms where children can frequent without any checks, and for giving a platform to people who want to indulge in hate speech. In the last 8 months, this is the third case of hate speech that we are witnessing, wherein especially Muslim women have been targeted. The first case was the Sully Deals case, and then we saw the Bully Buy app case, wherein attempts were made to steal photos and profiles of Muslim women and auction them on the internet. And now it is a Clubhouse hate speech issue. The controversial 17 January chat on Clubhouse was widely shared on social media. Despite the Delhi and the Mumbai police investigating this case, the audio and video of the derogatory conversation is still being circulated on social media without it being pulled down. For instance, this is a YouTube channel. I'm not going to share the name of this channel, but many channels like this are airing full versions of the offensive Clubhouse audio conversations. Even when YouTube says that as part of their policy they do not support hate speech, the question is, why hasn't YouTube taken down these offensive Clubhouse posts that contain the full, unfiltered, uncensored versions of these controversial conversations? Coming back to Clubhouse. Even when Clubhouse says that the platform is against hate speech, racial abuse and violence, even today Clubhouse continues to provide a platform to many haters and miscreants. For instance, take a look at this. This is a club in Clubhouse called I Hate Black Women. This one is another one called United Against Islam. This club calls itself We Hate Women, and it says if you are a woman, this is not a safe space. Even when Clubhouse says we built Clubhouse to be a more human space on the internet, a world where people talk with each other and leave feeling better than when they arrived, it is more than evident now that the platform is doing precious little to remain true to these words. Hate speech, racism, and hate against religious minorities and women continue to take place unabated in Clubhouse. It's time social media platforms like Clubhouse practice what they preach and spend a considerable amount of what they earn in curbing hate speech, abuse, and violence. Because these social media apps must understand that there is nothing, absolutely nothing social about giving voice to people who don't deserve to be heard.